highly anticipated series premiere episode of Baddies Gone Wild aired this week on the Zeus Network, and the fans have been talking, okay? People have been talking, they've been waiting, and it's finally here. And you already know. You better believe we're going to talk about it. Welcome back to Damian After Dark. If you're new here and you've never subscribed to our channel before, go ahead and click the subscribe button and press that thumbs up button and like this video as well, okay? That's your way of supporting. It's free to do, and I appreciate the love, the support, all that. Get in the comment section. Leave me your thoughts and opinions on the premiere episode of Season 1, Baddies Gone Wild. I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions. Was it a hit? Was it a flop? Did you care for it? Did you not care for it? Who is your MVP on episode 1? Who's your most valuable baddie? Who are you feeling the most? Who are you not feeling so much? I gotta hear what you gotta say, okay? Last but not least, if you want to support my channel and help me grow and sustain, you can tip me in the description box below using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. All right? Thank you guys so much for your love and support. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys liking the video, commenting, sharing, all that. Those of you that send the tips and donations, I appreciate that as well. Love you guys so much. Now, let's just go ahead and get into this episode, okay? We got a lot to talk about with a little bit of time. Let's just dive right into what went down. Episode 1, how are we feeling about this? How are we feeling about episode 1, season 1, Baddies Gone Wild? It's here. Now, some people may ask, I know my mom was watching this episode with me and she was like, oh, is this the new season of Baddies? And I was like, well, it is, but it's not. My brother also asked me because he watches Baddies with his girlfriend, and he was like, what's this new show? So Baddies Gone Wild is supposed to be this spinoff of Baddies, and it's supposed to give a Bad Girls Club feel, right? Ever since Baddies first came out years ago with Baddies ATL, the fans have voiced their concerns. I know they have over here. We've talked about it, right? We have talked about it until the roosters roast home about how we want our Bad Girls Club back. We want that show with those young, rambunctious, fearless girls who come into a house and live together, experience life together, have ups and downs, fight, cry, make up, have sex, go out and party, travel, that kind of thing. We want that. We were tired of Baddies. We're tired of it, right? Let's just be real. The fighting and traveling to every city and the fake bullshit. We were just sick of it. So Baddies Gone Wild is supposed to be a fresh new feel. It's supposed to be a revamp of Baddies, and it is supposed, keyword supposed, okay? It is supposed to give us that nostalgia of BGC, because that's why we're all here, right? We were originally BGC fans, Bad Girls Club fans. So let's just dive right into the beginning. How do we feel about the intro? Okay, because I'm judging everything, right? I'm looking from the Rudy to the Tootie to the top to the bottom with what they're doing, how they're piecing it together. I'm talking about the editing, the intro, the transitions. Are you doing slow-mo? Do we have slow motion moments? What are the confessionals looking like? Are there sound effects? I mean, every little thing. As a producer, I'm looking at it. Now, with the intro, to me, they could have done better. It was giving a little low budget. Like, not low budget, but not Zeus Network budget either. Zeus, you bring in $20 million a month. You bring in $20 million as an independent streaming network. There should be no excuse why that intro is not fire. Okay? Not fire, but fire. There should be no excuse. The girl should have been serving. They should have been slaying. It should have been. You know what kind of intros I miss? I miss like the Baddies South intro. Remember the Baddies South intro? How the girls would like walk down the mansion steps and come out the door and step out the cars. Like, give us posh. Give us elegance. Give us luxury. But instead it's giving, I made this on Windows Movie Maker. It looks like I made this on iMovie. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Zeus. No shade to iMovie. I edit my videos with iMovie. But I don't have Zeus Network budget. Hello. Now, why is Matt Cash doing the intro song again? Do we not have any other rappers on speed dial, any other artists in our directory that we could call to come up with a song, a theme song? Matt Cash, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but he's a one-note artist, a one-tune. You know what I mean? Like, just all his songs sound the same. Baddie, yeah, it's a baddie. Whoa, baddie, yeah, huh, baddie, yeah, she's a baddie. Huh, look at her, baddie, yeah, she's bad. Bad, yeah, like, girl, give it up, Delicious, give it up, Matt Cash. We are like, can you not? You've had one, two, three, four, five, 7, 8 chances now to come up with. I mean, it's so if they want to keep using Matt Cash, that's fine. But Matt, give us a different sound, give us a different vibe, give us a different feel. Everything ain't gotta be baddie, baddie. I mean, my fucking 2-year-old niece could drop a beat to that. Now, the show opens, and of course, who do we see? Y'all already know. Did y'all really think that we were going to have a show on the Zeus Network and Natalie Nun was not going to put her big chin in the beginning scene? She's going to be there. Natalie was going to be there. I had hopes that Natalie would step into the background and just produce the show and, give pointers because Natalie came from BGC. She's done tons of reality shows. She knows how this works. Step behind the camera, Natalie, and give pointers, give direction. I don't like that. I do like that. Have her step forward, have her walk up, like you ain't got to be front and center there every time you in that chin. So, anyway, show opens. Natalie's there. She's in her hotel suite. They're in Brazil. And she's meeting up with Ming Lee. Now, a year ago, 2 years ago, with nobody talking about Ming Lee, nobody really knew who she was. She's always known for being in the shadows of her superstar sister, Nicki Minaj. Okay? Now, if you ask me, what's crazy about Ming Lee is she don't give Nicki Minaj to me. She gives very much Cardi B. All right, from the attitude to the look to everything, Ming Lee gives me a mini Cardi B. So when I hear that this is Nicki Minaj's sister, I'm like, huh? It just doesn't give very very Nicki to me. And Natalie tells she meets up with Ming and she tells her, I want to be real with you. Baddies Gone Wild is for the younger girls. So I picked you. She said, but I picked you because your sister has talked shit about me before. And I'm just like, what? Okay, so you picked Nicki's sister because Nicki put you on by putting you in a song? Now, listen, I already know for y'all say, Damian, Natalie's been doing her thing before Nicki rapped about her. I get that. But Nicki upped Natalie's stock, okay? When Nicki rapped about Natalie, that upped her stock. So we're not going to act like it didn't. And what I don't understand is Natalie saying, what it seems to me is she's saying she brought Ming there to get under Nicki's skin. She said, I want to be real with you. Baddies Gone Wild is for the younger girls, but I picked you because your sister has talked shit about me before. And then they both start rapping the line, even if my name was Natalie Nun, these bitches doing chin check me. They start saying that, right? So, I'm like, okay, Natalie, it's giving that you're giving some get back. Even though I think you low-key like that Nicki rapped about you, we know that Natalie loved the fact that Nicki Minaj rapped about her. Natalie only recited the line 50 times a day on her social media. I mean, you could open the door and Natalie was there. She was, even if my name was Natalie. None of these bitches. I mean, but you could pull up to the drive-through, bitch, and try to order you a cheeseburger. There she was, even if my name was Natalie. So let's not pretend Natalie didn't like it. Natalie is living off this moment. She's chasing the clout. She is fiending and feeding off of the clout that Nicki Minaj gave her. And bringing Ming Lee on this show is doing nothing but attaching Nicki Minaj's name to it, which in their eyes, in exchange of that, is bringing in numbers and views. Now, Nicki got wind of this. Nicki caught wind of Ming Lee being on Baddies and them talking about her, and she quickly unfollowed Natalie, which I think is funny because Nicki's like, "Don't bring me in this shit. Don't drag me in this shit. Don't be talking about me for clicks and views to try to sell your little show." Okay, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Listen, y'all can say I'm biased. A lot of bitches love to come in here and talk about he's biased. Well, okay, if I'm biased, there's the X up there, boo. Don't let the good Lord hit you where he split you, okay? Right up your ass. There it is. Call it bias, call it whatever you want. I would feel the same way. Why are y'all bringing me up? Yes, it may be Nicki Minaj's sister, but let's be real. That's the only reason y'all casted her. They didn't cast Ming Lee because, she auditioned or she was some show-stopping superstar that just rose from the ashes. They casted Ming Lee because of who her sister is. Maybe they're hoping and praying they'll get a Nicki Minaj cameo, but it ain't happening. Okay, Nicki ain't coming to mess with this filth. Now, because here's the thing, I don't blame Nicki. Like, if you want my sister, cool, right? If you want my sister, my stepsister, half sister, whatever she is, bring her on. That's cool. But don't go bringing me in the first sentence of the first episode to try to sell your show. Does that make sense? Because I would be thinking, is this what we're gonna do the whole season? Nicki, 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 Nicki. Now, Ming Lee is only 19 years old, but the legal drinking age in Brazil is 18. So, I guess all is fair. Now, it makes me wonder, did they choose Brazil just so they could cast girls that were 18, 19, 20? Things that make you go, did y'all choose Brazil so y'all could cast a bunch of young girls that you could plow with alcohol and get drunk and possibly, allegedly take advantage of? I'm just asking. I'm asking the questions that we, the people, want to know. I'm not saying it happened, but I would love to know the decision behind Brazil. I get it. Brazil's a beautiful place, beautiful people, beautiful beaches, all that. I get why you'd want to go there, but something just don't set right with me knowing that you got all these young little 18-year-old girls around. Like, let's do 21 to 30. You know what I mean? Like 21 to 30, and let's put it there. Now, I'm wondering, is Natalie going to be here the entire season? That to me is going to be a problem. I understand they might want Natalie in the beginning episode since she's the head pimp in charge. She's the madam of everybody. I get if they would want her there to introduce the girls, like, welcome to Baddies, blah, 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 blah. But now Natalie needs to go. Natalie's made her appearance in episode 1. She's made her presence known. She's let the girls know what time it is. She let them go into the home. Now it's time for Natalie to scram. Do y'all agree with me on that? I don't feel like she needs to be there every week. Now, if this were like Love Games or All-Star Battle and it was a competition show and they needed a host, okay, let Natalie host. But she needs to step behind the camera. I've seen enough Natalie Nun that I'm good. Now, one thing I noticed that I didn't care for, that I wish they would have done differently, is the cast should not know who each other are before they go into the house. Do y'all feel me on that? Can we agree on that? Because if you notice, we meet the cast and they all come walking out of a hotel. They've all met one another. They've been getting to know each other. I feel like that fucks up the dynamics. If you have the cast already staying in a hotel before the show even films, they're already building alliances behind the scenes, building bonds and relationships behind the scenes, kikiing with this girl, we don't like that girl. I feel like this is what most reality shows do. Bad Girls Club, Big Brother, shows like that, you get sequestered, right? If I were to go get hired on a real reality show, I don't know who the cast is until I show up that day. Do y'all know what I'm saying? The fact that these girls already knew one another kind of coming into this, it kind of fucks with the flow. They should have never met one another. They should have met each other for the first time coming into that house. Better yet, there shouldn't have even been cast announcements. I wouldn't even do cast announcements. It would be a total surprise who was in the house once they walked in there. Now, we're meeting each girl. We're seeing each girl's confessional. They're introducing themselves to us. And I'm not going to lie, I'm trying to be open-minded, but we meet Titi. And I can already tell you I'm not going to like her. I can already tell you I'm not going to like Titi. She's already coming in rehearsed. She's already coming in produced. She's already coming in camera conscious and very aware that she's on television. This is why I think Zeus should do a more crucial casting process. Zeus will just pick any girl with a 30-inch bust down weave that can twerk. That's not casting. You need to get to know who these girls are. Ask the questions, because TT has what I'm gonna tell you what TT is. TT is a fan of Bad Girls Club like the rest of us, and she's coming on the show cosplaying as Natalie or another bad girl. TT is coming into this show cosplaying as all of her favorite bad girls mixed into one. She come in, one of the first things that she says in her confessional is that she's going to run the house. Now, where have we heard that before? Yeah, girl, you gonna run the house. We'll see. She's gonna run the house and she's the ringleader. That's what she says. And I'm just like, somebody's watched a little too much Bad Girls Club before they came on this show. Can y'all agree with me on that? Because my thing is, if you're going to run the house, run it. Don't say it, run it. Because you're not Natalie. Natalie already did that. Natalie already did the I Run LA thing. And then we saw after that, season 5 came along. Morgan tried to be the I Run the Miami girl. And then season 6 came along. And Shar thought she was going to be the I Run Miami girl. Season 7 came along. And Nastasia thought she was going to be the I Run New Orleans girl. And every girl that came after Natalie does the I run, and y'all don't run nothing. Nothing. I'm not seeing anything being ran. Now, Jaden. We meet Jaden, who says that she's an influencer slash bottle girl. And she says the worst thing she's ever done was shot someone. I said, well, goddamn. Let's just say that's so relaxed and lackadaisical, like it's no big deal. But to me, Zeus, is that not a liability to y'all? In Zeus's mind, that's cute, and they want to cast you. Oh, you shot somebody? Here you go. Come right on in. To me, that would be a liability. I don't want someone who can't control their anger enough to where they have to resort to pulling out a GUN and pow-powing. Tommy. So, what are we doing? Jaden is now. Maybe Jaden's lying. Maybe Jaden is just trying to make herself look hard and have people be scared of her. But we end up meeting the girls, right? And Jaden, TT, Coco, Bahati, who is Australian, Janelis, Hurricane M. We meet all of them. Now, a few of these girls I noticed say that they're bottle girls. So I figured out. I think that Zeus got some of these girls in the club. I think Zeus found some of these girls in these different nightclubs that they go to. Because what are the odds of a few of these girls being bottle girls, right? The bottle girls are the ones in the club with the liquor bottles, with sparklers. They're usually pretty girls. They're, yeah, woohoo, woo. Zeus, hey, you want to be on Baddies Gone Wild? You can twerk. You got a nice body. You got a fat ass. You got a 30-inch wig bust down. Come be on Baddies Gone Wild. Now, Janelis, we meet her. She says, I talk a lot of shit. I almost need a tic tac. And I was just like, huh? Is that... No, wait a minute. Is this just like, maybe I'm just getting older and this is like the new generation. Maybe this is the new generation of reality TV. But I'm like, what does that even mean? I talk so much shit. I almost need a tic tac. Does your breath stink? Are you saying your breath smells like shit because you talk so much shit? I just didn't think it was. I'm like, okay, like, you didn't eat that, Janelis. If you thought you ate that, you didn't. And first of all, let's just say that I miss the days, specifically the Bad Girls Club days. I miss the days when girls, not even just girls, people in general, used their real fucking name. Okay? Why is everybody Big Glossy, Miss Superstar, The Illest, Big Diamond, Little Trixie? Like, what is your name, sweetheart? What is your name? What did your mother push you out her cootie cat and call you? I know it wouldn't Big Diamond, Glossy, Miss Trixie, I'm just over all these aliases and stage names. Like, I get it, but I don't, because it's like Everybody has some cute little name that they thought of while sitting on the toilet scrolling on Instagram. Oh, you know what? I think this week I'm gonna be little superstar. Yeah, call me little superstar. I'm not calling you that. What is your name? You know, like on BGC, think about it. You had Kat, which was Katya. You had Kat, Natalie, Shannon, Sinead, Kristen, Brandy, Shar, Jessica. You know what I mean? You had the girls use their real fucking names because production made them. There was no, what's your name? Oh, I'm Gloss Bomb. What? I'm Oxy Pearl. No, we're not using that. What's your name? Where's your birth certificate? Where's your ID? Okay, Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. You're casted. Go on in. Thank you, Keisha. Come on in the house. You've been casted, Keisha. We ain't calling you, you know, Big Sway. We ain't calling you that. No. Now, shout out to Jaden, Erica Raven, Janellis, and Hurricane M for using their real names. Now, Hurricane M, there is the hurricane in front of it, but at least she's incorporating her real name. Shout out to those girls for using their fucking names. Now, the girls are already starting with one another, and they don't even know one another yet, child. I mean, listen, they're introducing themselves, right? And they don't recognize Jaden. They're in the Sprinter van. The girls are going around one by one. My name is so and so. I'm from here. I'm from there. They get to Jaden. They don't recognize her because she wasn't a part of the cast announcement. When Zeus announced the Baddies Gone Wild cast, Jaden was not a part of it. So a lot of the girls were kind of like, well, who are you? How did you get here? So Jaden says that she was added last minute to the cast. And Hurricane M says, oh, so you're a replacement. And Jaden's like, bitch, don't start with me. And I'm like, I was kind of like on Jaden's side in that moment because I'm like, wait, why are you starting with this girl when y'all just got here? You don't know her. But then later we find out that M does know Jaden. We find out that these two girls do know each other and that they have a beef. And M says that Jaden's mom was calling everyone the N word at one point. I guess they were at some gathering, they were somewhere, and Jaden and M were there, and they got into it because Jaden's mom was calling people the N word, and M says that her mom was white. Now Jaden says, and M says that Jaden's mom was white, but Jaden told M that that was not her mom, that was her aunt. So we see them kind of bicker a little bit. And then, can we talk about, let's talk about Cupcake. She's another actress, okay? And what is your name, Cupcake? Because I'm not calling nobody look like that Cupcake, okay? We're going to call you Pound Cake over here, mama, all right? Pound Cake. It ain't giving Cupcake. We're going to go ahead and get that out there. It ain't giving Cupcake, baby. I get spiced pound cake. Spiced pound cake. She's another actress, okay? She's another actress. Because I'm like, oh, girl. Oh, girl. Pound Cake is one of those that's a habitual liar, okay? Pound Cake, you got to watch her. She's the type that will lie just to lie. And I'm going to tell you a good example. We meet Pound Cake, and she says she's a bad girl because the craziest thing she ever did was she ran through Walmart butt ass naked for $30K because she's that bitch. Cue the music. Why you fucking lying? Why you fucking lying? Why you fucking lying? Now, Pound Cake, you're going to sit up here, look in the mess you look, and tell them lies? Tell another lie. Tell another one. Tell another one, sis. Because here's the thing. First of all, hold the fuck up. Number one. Okay? Number one. You just pulled that lie out your ass. Number two. You must want to have to register. You must have registered as a sex offender, Right, Pound Cake? You must be on that registry now. Because let me tell you something. If you really did what you claimed you did, which I know is a bold-faced lie, because who the fuck is going to pay Pound Cake $30,000 to run through Walmart butt naked? And you must have this on video, right, Pound Cake? You must. I want to see the video and I want to see the receipt to where you got the $30,000. You must have a Venmo or a Cash App receipt, right? Or you must have a picture of all that cash, because I can hear her now saying, well, they gave it to me in cash. You must have a picture of that. If somebody gave me $30,000 to run butt naked somewhere, you know I'm going to take a picture and flex on that all day, baby. So, are the receipts receipting, Pound Cake? Or did you just tell a bold-faced motherfucking lie? Because, like I was saying, I'm sure if let's say she did, I'm sure she's on a registry right now. I'm sure she's not allowed to be 30 feet from children, because you go into Walmart running around butt naked if you want to, and you're going to be on that list, and you know what list I'm talking about. Because there are children in Walmart, and running around butt naked around them just seems like not only an indecent exposure charge, but it seems like some sort of predatory charge. And also, you would either be committed and put into a mental ward, or you're going to jail, like I said, as an offender. Because you're not going to be able to walk around in Walmart naked, bozo. Like, and I'm sorry, who's paying her $30,000 to do that? It just doesn't make sense. Now, Oxy Pearl, we meet Oxy Pearl. She's a pretty girl. Now, she was literally chosen, I feel like, to be on this show because of that reason. Because she's tall and she's pretty. Because if you go back and watch her audition tape, she literally just was like, hey, and shook her ass. I mean, you too at home can be on Baddies if you want. It's very, very simple, okay? It's very simple. You just show up. If y'all want to be on Baddies, email me. Message me. I'm going to tell you exactly what you got to do, and you'll get a ticket, I promise you, because the bar is so low. The bar is so low to get on that show. It's very easy. Now we meet Rella G, who I'm not gonna like at all. I had a feeling I wasn't gonna like her when they ran the cast announcement. Rella G's, we meet her. Now, first of all, she looks way too young to even be there, right? She looks like that badass 13-year-old little sister that can't sit her ass down, that wants to follow her big sister and her friends around everywhere. Y'all know I'm talking about, that little 13-year-old badass cousin or sister that be wearing makeup and shit and wearing the short skirts and don't know how to act. That's her. That's what she reminded me of. She just looks way too young to be there. Like, and she's also giving me a young Mariah Lynn realness. It's giving me Mariah Lynn tease. Now we meet Shay. Shay says they got me representing Ohio. And I'm like, who? Who has you representing Ohio? And then she says, she goes from saying they got me what's up, y'all? My name's Shay. They got me representing Ohio. And then she goes on to say, I'm also from Detroit and Jackson, Mississippi. And I'm like, girl, what? Where were you born? Like, where were you born? Like, what do you mean Columbus, Ohio, Jackson, Mississippi, Detroit? Have you lived in all these places? That doesn't mean you're from there. That just means you've lived there. Where were you born? Where are you from, my love? And the accent wasn't giving me Mississippi, so I don't think she's from there. I was just confused with Shay right off the bat. I don't know about y'all, but I was confused with Mamacita right off the bat. Shay was doing a lot off the jump, off the rip. Okay. Now, Hurricane M and Jaden, they get to fighting over this past beef that they've got, which was Jaden's mom allegedly saying the N-word, and Hurricane M didn't like it, which started this beef between the two girls. Jaden acts like she doesn't know who M is. She's like, I don't know you. But then as they're going back and forth and arguing, Jaden takes it upon herself to leap over the seat and attack M. Okay, so they're going at it. They get to scrapping on the bus, but it's more so, pulling hair and shit. We know how this goes. A lot of these girls don't know how to fight. They claim they're the best fighter in the world. You let most of these girls tell it, and they'll tell you they're gonna Mortal Kombat your ass, when really they're just gonna grab you by your hair. And that's what's going on. They're fighting it, and granted, it's hard to fight in a Sprinter van. I get it. It's hard to really get any real stance, real movement when you're confined into a little spot. So I get that much, but I'm just like, Lord have mercy. We ain't even got in the house, and these girls are already fighting on the bus. Now on the other bus, Cupcake, Pound Cake. She's like, I ain't got no issues with nobody in here at all. I don't know anybody in here at all. But I just want to, address one thing real quick. And I just want to ask you, Oxy Pearl, like, you got on live with Smiley and you were chuckling and y'all were laughing about the tattoo that I have. Now, Pound Cake is the real life Smiley 2.0, okay? Literally. If Smiley had a sister, it would be Pound Cake. This girl, remember we thought Smiley had a tattoo of Natalie, but I think it was fake. This girl, Pound Cake, literally has a tattoo of Natalie Nun's name on her body. Yes. Yes. I'm just like, am I? Sometimes I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Sometimes I like want the UFOs, the aliens to come beam me up and take me away because I'm like, I don't think I'm living on the same planet as the rest of these hoes and bitches and hoes and tricks and shit. Why would you tattoo a woman that doesn't even know who you are? Tattoo their name on you. I know why she did it. It was to get Natalie's attention. It was to get on the show. And it worked for her, right? It worked for her, but you look like a sad follower ass bee. You look pathetic. You look like you're a kiss ass is what you are. Because what you going to do when Natalie disposes of you, Pound Cake, just like she disposes of everyone else? What are you going to do? You still got that name tattooed on you. It's just giving desperation. It's giving insecurity. It's giving weirdo. Now, Oxy Pearl ends up telling her, like, all I did was chuckle. All I did was laugh. Like, nail me to the cross for laughing at a joke. But her and Oxy Pearl and Pound Cake end up squashing their issues. And I'm just like, this girl, Pound Cake, is trying so hard. And I'm going to be real with y'all, and y'all are going to think I'm being mean. But she looks like a $2 trailer park prostitute. There, I said it. There, I said it. There is nothing about Pound Cake that says baddie to me. She looks like she is selling pussy on the corner of Governor's Drive and Clinton Avenue for $15 at a pack of cigarettes. Okay? And not even Newports, bitch. She's smoking the cheap shit. She looks like her panties have stains in them. She looks like her feet would be dirty at the bottom. She looks like there'd be skid marks in her thong. She looks like her hair would have Crisco grease. And, and listen, I know y'all are thinking, Damien, you're being mean, you're being rude. She's on woman. I'm an observer. I'm a viewer just like you. Okay? My opinions are just public. That's fine. I'll take the backlash. I'll take the heat if y'all want to comment on that. But she put herself out here for consumption just like I am. And I'm going to say it just like y'all have the right to say I look a mess in these comments. Pound Cake looks a fucking mess. And I'm just going to be real with you. I wouldn't want her going out with me. We supposed to be going out looking like bad bees. We supposed to be going out looking, ass fat, slim, thick, no tummy. Pound Cake is very much given streetwalker vibes. And not the sexy escorts. I'm talking streetwalker. No shoes on. And I feel like Natalie too, she knows that Pound Cake is going to be an easy, she's going to be able to pimp that girl out easy. Y'all, I did a video on Natalie Sarah Oliver alleging that Natalie tried to pimp her out in Africa. We've been talking about that for forever. That's no secret. We know that Natalie allegedly pimps girls out, and I think Pound Cake is. I think Natalie preys on these type of girls, these girls who want fame and notoriety and celebrity, and that she can manipulate. And Pound Cake, when Natalie realized that she tattooed her name on her, Natalie was like, oh, I got an easy one now, bitch. I got an easy one. All Natalie's got to do is take Pound Cake to Africa, lock her in a room, let them run trains on her, and she's rich. Natalie's rich. Now, Shay speaks up about how she feels some type of way about the girls who didn't have to come to the auditions, like the online pics and the celebrity pics. Now, when she says that, I had to remember, I'm like, celebrity pics? Wait a minute. Who is the celebrities here? I had to think about it. I had to really think about it. I'm like, I didn't realize Baddies Gone Wild had celebrity pics, and then I thought about it, and I thought back to the cast announcement video that I did, and I'm like, oh wait, there were celebrity pics, but I have no idea who these girls are. One of them's name is Glitter Gloss or something like that. She's supposed to be the most known one there. I ain't seen her a day in my life. Like, and I get it. I get it. I'm not gonna know everybody, but I feel like they're using the term celebrity too loosely now. Let's not call these girls call them influencer choices, influencer picks. There's a difference between an influencer, someone who has some a following on social media and can promote a product. There's a difference between that and a person that's a celebrity who can't go to Walmart without being mobbed for photos and autographs. Glitter Gloss or whatever her name is, she can go to Walmart. People are not going to swarm her. We don't know who she is. Now you might, just because you at home may know her, that don't mean that 95% of the rest of the world do. And here's the thing. Shay is doing the most about, oh, everybody didn't have to audition like we did. That ain't fair. You know, she's doing the most. But she already told us in her confessionals that she's an instigator. Shay did, right? She already told us. She said she likes to instigate and start things. So I'm like, here we go. She's doing this for camera. She's bringing up something already, trying to get shit popped off because she knows she's on a show. That's all I can say. But my thing is, like, I'm with one of the girls told her, like, don't hate on me that you had to wait in a line and I didn't. And she said, there's levels to this shit, boo. And I'm like, okay, clock it. I like her already. That one girl that was sitting in the back of the Sprinter van who told Shay, like, don't be mad at me that you stood in line and all I had to do was send in an audition. Baby, there's levels. I don't blame her because if you had the choice to send in an audition video and go stand in a line for 12 hours and have to fight bitches all day, which one are you choosing? I'm doing the online video because also in the online auditions, you don't have to fight for your spot. In the in-person auditions, you have like 5 seconds to tell why you should be chosen. And then you got to worry about if somebody's going to hit you over the head with a microphone or jump you or sneak you. The online auditions, I can do a video in my room, talk to the camera, do what I got to do, re-record it, redo it. You know what I mean? The smarter choice would have been to do the online video. Why waste your time when you can send in a tape? I'm not going to stand in that line. Um, Now Miss Shay Shay, this the one that's pushing the issue about the girls that didn't have to audition. She's got a lot of mouth, right? She's got a lot of mouth and she's just running it and running it and running it and running it. And baby, she got what she was asking for, okay? Because I missed, what was that girl's name that knocked her upside the motherfucking head, okay? I don't know, but she's one of my faves already. Um, Hold on and I'll tell you guys who she is. I can't remember. But she's the one who knocked Shay, baby, into next week. Baby, I don't know what her name was. Hold on, we finna find out. Y'all hear this lame ass song? Daisy Dukes. Daisy Dukes, bitch. I stand. I stand me some Daisy Dukes. Okay? Daisy Dukes stood on business. And what I like about Daisy Dukes is she wasn't fucking with nobody. And Shay was all up in that girl's face, okay? My mom and I were watching this together, and I remember my mom being like, "Oh my God, that girl is beating that girl's ass." And I said, "Oh, mama, she deserved it. Let me rewind it and show you what happened." And if you rewind and you watch, Shay is all up in Daisy Duke's face like this. "What you gonna do about it? Baby?" And Shay said, "Let me show you what I'm gonna do about it, sis." Okay? I mean, she marked that ass. Baby, Daisy Dukes was the MVP of the episode. Baby, she shut her up so quick. And here's the thing. Daisy Dukes was being cordial, respectful. She wasn't in that girl's face. She wasn't hollering. She was sitting there trying to have a normal adult conversation with a tone that was reasonable. She wasn't yelling. She had her inside voice. Why do you feel this way? Why are you doing that? She was talking like that. Shay is the one who's all up in her face like, "I said what I said and what? I said what I said." Clink, clink. And it wasn't just a clink, baby. We saw Daisy Dukes, baby. I don't think I've seen a fight like that on Baddies in a while. She's a star. And not only that, when she knocked that hoe to the ground, did y'all see that uppercut Daisy did? Baby, bing, bing. She was fucking that girl up. I mean, she fucked her up. Capital UP. Up. Now you look stupid, don't you, Shay? But you'll shut that mouth now. You got what you wanted, didn't you? You got what you wanted, huh? Shay was the aggressor. I don't care what nobody say. Now, I want to know why Rella hit Bahati. Do y'all know why? Now, see, that's why I'm saying some of these girls are too produced, too camera conscious, too aware of the camera, showing out for no reason. What did Bahati do to you hoes? Bahati is the one from Australia. Now, I might have missed something. Forgive me if I did, okay? I may have missed something. Maybe Bahati said something shady. Maybe she did something that I missed. I don't know. That's why I need y'all to help me out, because y'all catch stuff that I miss in the comments, right? But I'm like, what did Bahati do? All of a sudden, they just kind of ganging up on this girl. Now, Bahati ends up getting Rella by the head of that pink hair. And I'm just like, why don't y'all punch? Bahati had Rella by the hair, but she was just holding her with one hand by the hair, and she had her other hand over here. I'm like, take your fist and swing. What's going on? You know what I mean? Like, what's T, sis? Come on, Bahati. I was rooting for you. Now, did y'all notice while Bahati and Rella G was fighting, one of the girls said, "Y'all gonna have to fight naked afterwards." I was like, huh? Now, the only reason I knew that they said it, because I would have missed it hadn't I not had subtitles on. I had paused it and I had subtitles on, and I looked up and it said, "Y'all gonna have to fight naked afterwards." And I'm like, who said that? Now, who said that? I said, okay. Now we got some hoochie coochie eaters in the building. Hoochie coochie. Now we got some. Okay, girls, I know what y'all gonna be doing in that house in Brazil. Okay, I know what y'all gonna be doing. Now, all I'm thinking at this point is, can we get into the house? Can we make it into the house? Okay? This is why I said the girls should have never met, they should have never met each other all at once at the hotel and then rode to the house. I wish they would have done it BGC style and brought the girls in one by one. Go in, find your room one by one, and let them casually meet each other. Do you know what I'm saying? Send one girl in, 30 minutes later, send another one in. Give them an hour to bond and hang out. An hour later, send another one in. And just gradually bring them in without them knowing one another. That way we didn't have to watch 45 minutes of them in a Sprinter van fighting for no reason at all. Now, like I told y'all earlier, I don't think I'm going to like TT. To me, in this first episode, she came off very much so as a bully. she came off to me like she reminded me of one of the girls from Now That's TV. I can't think of her name, but she gives me bully vibes. Now, Bahati did swing on TT first, but why did everyone make it a big deal when Bahati swung on TT? They were all like, "Oh my God, you swung on her! Oh my God, Bahati swung on TT! You snuck her!" Are we watching the same show? TT has been talking reckless out the side of her mouth to this girl the entire time since they got here. TT has been looking for somebody that she can pounce on since she got there, and she tried it with Bahati, but Bahati swung first. Bahati swung first. But I'm just wondering, did Bahati do anything to any of these girls? What did she do? I'm just confused. And since when does Brazil have kangaroos? Let me Google that. Does Brazil have kangaroos? No, there are no kangaroos in Brazil, TT. I mean, it just show how dumb you are. Because when I was listening to that, I'm like, that sounds so stupid. Why did she say that? Because she said something about you gonna be sleeping with the kangaroos, bitch, or something. I'm like, Brazil has kangaroos? Oh, because Bahati's from Australia. Duh, Damian. I feel like the idiot now. I kept thinking, does Brazil have kangaroos? Bahati is from Australia. Gotcha. Okay. Now we see what was her name? I don't forgot her name already. Damn, I don't forgot that girl's name. Daisy Dukes. Daisy Dukes, she comes on the Sprinter van. She comes up with a chant that they should do. We know that they do baddie baddie shot o'clock on baddies, but um, Daisy Dukes thinks they should come up with a chant, and she says, "Wild bitches take shots. Wild bitches take shots. Wild bitches." And I'm just like, it's not sticking like baddie baddie shot o'clock stuck. Do y'all know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel about wild bitches take shots? Do y'all think that should be their mantra? Or should they stick to baddie, baddie, shot o'clock? I just think they should stick to baddie, baddie, shot o'clock because of a few reasons. Number one, Zeus has already branded baddies a particular way. That is the slogan for baddies. Baddie, baddie, shot o'clock. That's what the kids know. That's what they say. That is the brand, right? And I feel like to try to switch it up and add something new in there, wow, bitches. No, because this, even though this is a different show, it's still branded under baddies. And also, number two, when you go into the house, when we see where the girls are staying, they have on the wall, it's painted. It says baddie, baddie, shot o'clock. It's part of the theme. It's part of the branding. And I think we should stick to that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Um, Now, this episode, we got to meet the Zeus security for the first time. It looks like on this particular show, the security that we've watched for years on Zeus in the background, they are participating in the confessionals, which I kind of like. These are the things that I want you, Zeus, to keep doing. I know y'all watch over there. I know y'all be watching my channel and a lot of other content creators' channels that talk about baddies. So go on and listen to my advice here. Keep doing the things like the security and the confessionals, right? We need little comedic moments. We need little things nudged in there that give us a more lighthearted feel to this show, a more BGC feel. It doesn't have to be so heavy all the time, fighting, black eyes, busted lips. It doesn't have to always be that. We can layer it and balance it with some lighthearted, fun, comical moments. Do y'all feel me on that? Um, yeah. Natalie meets the girls pull up to the house that they're staying at in Brazil, which is Chef's Kiss. Hands down, the best house on the Zeus network ever that they've ever had. I mean, what house do we know that we've seen has an actual day club at the top? That was just badass, okay? Badass. So the girls pull up. Natalie's outside. She's trying to introduce them all. Welcome to Baddies Gone Wild. This is where you're going to be staying. But of course, the girls are showing out in front of Natalie. The girls are trying to show out in front of Natalie, try to prove to her that, look, Natalie, I'm just like you. I can fight like you. Look, Natalie, I'm a superstar like you are on BGC4. Watch me, Mom. Watch me. That's all it was. The girls were trying to impress production, Natalie, and the other girls around them by fighting out in front of the house. I'm just like, can we get in the fucking house? Can we get in the house? Can we open the door, walk in, and step into it? Now, the rooftop day club is all I'm thinking about, bitch. That was tea. That was tea. We can talk cash money shit about Zeus all day, but one thing we can't take away from them is that motherfucking house. They did that. They did that. But all I'm thinking about is how these girls are going to tear this fucking house apart, and B, how we're not even going to be able to enjoy this home or enjoy this day club upstairs because 98% of the time is going to be bitching, moaning, fighting, bullshit. Bullshit. Girls being thirsty for camera time. You won't even be able to enjoy the house. Now, the people of Brazil are not too happy that the girls are there. We see a woman open her window next door while they're all outside the front of the house, and she opens her window up. And according to Pound Cake, which we know Pound Cake can be a liar, so this may not be true. I don't know, because they didn't air this. We saw the lady open the window and say something, but they didn't air what she said. But according to Pound Cake, she said that they need to calm down and be quiet. Which, I mean, isn't far fetched. They are loud, they are fighting in the street, and you're coming to a place like you're coming to a different country. This is not America. Us Americans are known for being loud, rambunctious, rowdy, fighting in the streets, going to jail, shit like that. Other countries don't always play like that. Now, of course, other countries have crime, people fight and drink and do shit, right? But a lot of laws are stricter in other countries and people aren't acting as foolish as we are. So coming to somewhere like Brazil and then going to the very nice neighborhoods, that's what Natalie said, they were in the nice neighborhood. I don't know. But I could see why some people would be like, because I'm trying to picture Zeus Network renting the house next to me and them filming a show for a month. Oh my God, it would be torture. It would be torture. Could you imagine? You would never be able to sleep. Now, Natalie tells all the girls before she takes them in the house that there will be a $50,000 cash prize voted on by the fans, and it will be given away at the reunion, which I thought was a pretty cool idea. I'm like, okay, I like that. That gives us a chance as the fans to interact and be a part of the experience this season. So every episode, at the end of the episode, Zeus gives us the opportunity to vote for our favorite baddie. Now, they're calling it the MVP, the most valuable baddie. Now, I'm not saying that Zeus be coming over here watching these videos, listening to our ideas, taking our ideas. I'm not saying they do that, but it seems that way to me. Do y'all not remember? How do y'all not remember when we started calling them the most valuable? I can go back and find the video. I think we started doing that like on Baddies East. Somebody help me. Somebody help me in the comments. Did we not? Were we not using the term MVB, most valuable baddie, seasons ago? Now, granted, I may not use it every episode, but I've said before, who's y'all's MVP? Who is your most valuable baddie? And now, lo and behold, Zeus is using that term, and they're giving away $50,000 at the reunion to whoever was voted MVP most of the season. Run me my check, Zeus. Give me my credit. Give me my creative direction credit. Give me my producer credit, Zeus. Cause y'all be taking ideas. Now Natalie ends up introducing the girls to Ming Lee. Because when the girls get to the front of the house, Ming Lee isn't there yet. They bring Ming Lee in separately as a celebrity guest, I guess. Because she's Nicki Minaj's sister, she's getting preferential treatment. She's getting, so they bring her in. And, which, lucky for Ming Lee, she didn't have to ride the Sprinter. I'd be glad if I was her. I didn't have to be a part of that fucking chaos. Now, they bring Ming Lee in, and I have a feeling that some of these girls are probably salty about it. TT. Some of these girls came in here feeling like they were going to be the star, and they were going to run the show, and then, pause, here come Ming Lee walking in the room. And, I think even Ming said when the show started filming that not all the girls were so happy to see her. Of course they weren't. They were being competitive haters. Of course they weren't. Do y'all think that the girls were happy to see Ming Lee there? I don't think so. That's just one more girl to dim their light. Now, Bahati and TT, they get to arguing again in front of Ming Lee and Natalie. And then they get to scrapping in front of Ming Lee and Natalie. And they're fighting and they're fighting. And all of a sudden we find out that Bahati is biting TT's leg. Like a chicken, bitch. I don't know what it is with these girls into biting one another. But I guess when you in a predicament and you're in fight or flight mode, you do whatever. I guess. I don't know. But we see them fighting now. Pound Cake fucks up. And she tries to step in. Now, I don't know if Pound Cake was trying to break it up. I don't know if Pound Cake was trying to jump. I think Pound Cake was just trying to show out in front of Ming Lee and Natalie, like, look at me go, look at me go. But we see Daisy Dukes ain't having it. Daisy Dukes immediately charges after Pound Cake and fires on her ass. And Daisy Dukes says she did that because she thought that Pound Cake was trying to jump Bahati. And she was like, oh no, we ain't fixing to be doing all that jumping shit. We just set rules in this place. They talked about rules, and one of the rules, they were like, we shouldn't be jumping one another. So Daisy Dukes thinks that Pound Cake is trying to jump the girls. So she goes in and fires in on Pound Cake's ass. And I'm not going to lie, I loved every minute of it. I loved every minute of it. That's why Daisy Dukes is my MVP. Daisy Dukes, I always root for the girl who speaks for me. The girl who says what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? And that was Daisy Dukes this episode. All right. Now, who do you think is this week's most valuable baddie? Now, you can go to bgw.thezeusnetwork.com to cast your vote. And at the end of the season, the most valuable baddie will be announced at the reunion and will win a cash prize of $50,000, but not without your help. So make sure you go to bgw.thezeusnetwork.com to cast your vote for most valuable baddie. Thank you guys so much for being here and recapping the first episode with me. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. What did you think? Join the conversation below. Leave me all your thoughts and opinions. And stay tuned for the Baddies Africa after show coming right here on the Damian After Dark channel. Only here on this channel. So get subscribed, like the video. That helps me get in the algorithm. Join the conversation by getting in the comment section below. And if you want to donate, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. Thank you guys so much for the support and hanging out with me today. We'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya.